Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you may be in the world, and welcome back to the Fresh Start series. In the last one, we finally began to train some invention, trying to work up into the higher levels, while also doing a little bit of rank chasing. Up to this point, I had actually held on to top page for about 2 weeks, which was pretty fun, but I realized I'm not going to be the first to max, nor do I really want to be. I have a couple of goals personally that I really do want to make sure I get done, which I'm going to talk about later as the video progresses and I'm actually training those things. I'll touch on it a little bit more, but I want to just start working on the capes and such that I actually want before the XP starts to scale down. I just want to make sure I have enough time to power through them. But this video will finally be caught up to my real-time progress, which I'm very excited to share with you guys. My videos have been lagged behind by about a week or two at this point, so but by the end of this one, I'll actually be caught up to real time, which is really fun. I've made a lot of progress. I'm actually recording this after the last couple of weeks, so I'm just very excited to share what I have accomplished in Fresh Start Worlds up to this point. I do hope you guys enjoy, and I will catch you guys at the end of this video. And also, I know I've gotten comments about how my music seems to be a little louder than it should be, can tend to drown out my voice. I'm hoping that I was able to dial it in on this one. It's just one of those things where it sounds right on my headset and my speakers after rendering going into YouTube. I guess for some people it just gets a little bit too loud. So hopefully I dialed it in on this one. Let me know. So let's try to break down this massive jump in clips. The last thing that I had been doing on the last video, I was starting to kill abyssal demons, and now here I am getting 120 defense on my ult. I've been here for an entire weekend. Hold on, let me just end this run real quick. Okay, I was killing Hanto every single time, so that loot's not too bad. It'll probably be pretty similar on my ult, I would imagine. Let's check. I'm not going to bring that screen up, but yeah, 5.9, so about the same. Yeah, so I had decided I am done playing my alt account. I really don't feel like maintaining 2 accounts anymore because I am starting to slow down and do the goals I actually want to do. Not really going to require an alt to get any of it done, so that is why I decided to go and get 120 defense on that account so I could transfer it over and put it to my Iron Man. I am mostly playing this for capes for my iron. I wasn't really intending to get the 120 defense, but since I had been using my ult to train in ED3, it had already been about a third of the way there, I decided I might as well. And it does look pretty nice. It's like a budget master quest cape, so I'm pretty happy to have it. But yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and transfer all the stuff that it has. Oh my gosh, look at that. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked to have that on my Iron Man a little early. So, time to get into... I think I'm just going to go finish up 120 magic. Honestly, I'm not that far, and it would be another pretty sweet cape to have. Alright, let's be honest. Who actually thought I was going to go do what I said I'm going to do? I want to knock out the Wilderness Diaries, up to hard at least. This will allow me to use the new obelisk shards to teleport directly to any obelisk I have. Now, I've been buying these for like 1k each, and I think they're going to be super, super useful for thieving. So, I want to knock these out so that I can unlock their like full potential, so let's get that done. There we go, there's the medium tasks completed. That is given by who? Mandrith in... Well, it says Edgeville, but he is no longer in Edgeville. You have to go out to Deep Wilderness for that. Let me make sure I get rid of my skull before I do that too, before I forget. Alright, there is Mandrith in Deep Wilderness, not Edgeville, but if we talk to him, tell him that we have completed the medium tasks, he will upgrade our sword and give us a handful of XP lamps. I'm going to just save these until I get the hard diaries done, just use them all at once. And there we go, hard diaries done. Very, very nice. Now, like I was saying, this is going to allow me to use the obelisk shards to teleport to any obelisk that I want, which is going to be great for thieving. As you can see, when I grab one here, we do this, This level 50 wilderness one will let me teleport right to the rogue's castle, which there are 3 safes in Deep Wildy, so very, very excited about that. Flash forward about 2 days, and there we go, 120 magic. Decided to just sit here for a couple of days. It took like, yeah, I'd say about 2. Got up to 91 invention, which I think is only about 3 levels up from where I was, but not too bad. I haven't banked like at all, just kept going to reset it constantly. I brought some Acadias for simple parts while I had downtime, and there we go. Pretty nice loot too. I think that's enough charms for 99 summoning. With 120 magic out of the way, I decided to go back to invention training. Abyssal Demons are just so great for training invention with the Guthan set, Pendant's Aura, and some urns to make sure you're getting that passive prayer XP. But let's talk about my goals. 99 range wasn't really one of them, but we take that. My main goal right now is to get to 102 invention. With that, I'm going to be able to use a super invention pot, boost up to 107, and create an alchemical onyx. Now, I will need to get a handful of fortunate components. You need 50 in order to make it, but Abyssal Demons drop hard clues pretty frequently. I don't really intend to do hard clues, but you can downgrade them into easies, which are very fast to complete. So, with that, we'll be able to hopefully get our hands on a Grace of the Elves, maybe a second one that we could sell. So we're going to be here for a little bit. Alright, once we accept that and exit out, there's 99 invention. Not quite our stopping point yet, but a nice little milestone nonetheless. Very excited to have that done. Super invention potions, by the way, are super expensive. I had to spend like 50k per, but definitely worth it for the free XP. Gotta buy the cape, of course. And oddly enough, it kind of looks like a fletching cape in the main game. I thought that it would be more of like a light blue, more like a fishing cape, but for some reason it has that teal color. So kind of interesting. While killing Abyssal Demons, got a handful of Brawling Gloves, used up these fire-making ones while using a Pyromatic, which gives us 102 invention. Super fast and so much fire-making XP. But this is what I have been waiting for. With a boost from a Super Pot, I am able to go ahead and start the Alchemical Onyx. Once I get through this absolute nonsense. I hate doing this stuff. Alright, let's see. Let's go like a zigzag. No way. Okay. Alright, I don't hate them that much. I honestly have never hated them once in my life. But there we go. We can now make an alchemical onyx. We've just got to get ourselves 50 forts. However, like I mentioned before, with Abyssals dropping so many hard clues, I have almost 200 easy clues, so this should not be difficult at all. Jumping right into it, there we go. There is the first 50 caskets. I am going to stack them all up for the end, so this will be fun. These are going a little slower than I could do on my Iron Man, but it's to be expected. There's 100. I have 99 caskets because I accidentally opened one, but oh well, the opening will be for 189, not 190. Alright, there we go, and this is interesting, but check this out. If I go ahead and lobby, and I'll put a picture of this right now, I actually just took rank 1 in easy clues. It's not like it counts for anything like a Halo or whatever, but I thought it was interesting. This is about 5 weeks into Fresh Start Worlds at this point, and with how much forts are, I figured more people would be doing clues, but there we go. I took rank 1 with 190 clues. But here we go. We have 189 caskets to go ahead and open now. I am very excited. You can't really get much from easy clues. I'm really just doing this for the forts. What I'm mostly excited about is to see if I'll actually get 100. Because if I get 50, it would be great. I can make my own Grace of the Elves. But if I get 100, I could sell one. And that would be amazing. And we're starting off great. Now, I'm just going to skip to the end. Like I said, it's not really going to be that much progress in terms of like anything cool. It's really just going to be did I get enough uniques? But as we can see just from the beginning of this opening, it's going decently, I would say. I think you can expect a fort about 1 in 3 or so from easies, so... But let's go ahead, we're going to skip to the end and see what we get. Alright, we're just coming to the end now. Just going to finish up these last couple of caskets. We're getting a lot of good stuff right there at the end. Let's just re-roll this a couple of times since we have them. Easy double fort and a master. I don't know if I'll do those, but time to pull out all of the fortunate components from here and see what we have. No way. I had exactly 100. Oh my... Oh, that couldn't have been more perfect. At least I managed to get 100. I mean, I could have bought like a couple if I was loose, but... Oh, and I finished a full God book. That's pretty sweet if I go back to PVM. Well, let's get these alchemical onyxes made. I'll need to find an assist to actually make the necklace, though. And there we go. I've got my own Grace of the Elves, and one just sold for 95 million. That is amazing. Wait a second. Look at the 120 Arch Cape. Oh, that looks so nice. And actually, kind of ties into one of my goals. Now, up until this point, I haven't really talked about my goals for Fresh Start Worlds. In the main game, I mostly play an Iron Man. I have for about 2 years now, a little over, I think. And after I saw the inverted capes and they confirmed that you could trade them to Iron Men, I knew that I wanted the 120 Thieving Cape. On my Iron Man, I have Shadow Malevolent top and bottom, and I have 120 Thieving, but the inverted cape would just look so much nicer with the outfit just because it is all black rather than purple. Is it a stupid reason to grind out on a completely fresh game mode? Yeah, definitely. But Fashionscape is life, and that is my goal. I want to get to 120 Thieving, and I also would like to get 120 Archaeology. I think both of those capes just look absolutely amazing, and they're going to be some of the most expensive ones to buy, so I would rather just do it myself. Since I have the free time, I actually needed to AFK on my iron for a while. Here we go, making use of those obelisk shards, but I'm starting off with Thieving because I can get clue scrolls from safes, I believe, and I would use those to convert them to easy clues and then try to honestly make a couple more Grace of the Elves just to have unlimited money until the end of the event. So yeah, that's kind of my goal right now. I think I'm going to work on Thieving and see how many clue scrolls I can actually rack up in that time. Oh yes, that is the pet I actually wanted the most out of Fresh Start Worlds. And I'm just so happy to have gotten it. I actually didn't get the magic pet on the way to 120 magic, which was kind of upsetting. Not that it's a pet that I really wanted, but it would have been cool to have. Also, this method is not turning out as many clue scrolls as I thought it would, so I might have to rethink my strategy. So I've switched to Archaeology for now. With the Grace of the Elves, I am able to effectively do Arch AFK, and with that, I now have all the mysteries I needed for the Associate rank in Arch. With that, I'm going to be able to create the soil screener. This will make it so I don't have to constantly drop soil or bank it or whatever, and that is great because now I can truly AFK, and the interaction between the Challenger's Porter and the Grace of the Elves is so great. I can sit at a spot for hours and collect everything I need, so here's to some Archaeology. So I apologize about the whole screen region. I started playing this account on the side while I play my Iron Man. Now that I'm doing Archaeology, I am up to level 85, but I've got some Tetras completed. So I'm gonna just open these up. I'm not expecting to get much, but I'm up here just because of all the XP tomes that I'm going to get. Also, the materials are honestly great, so I am definitely not upset by that. But yeah, like I said, the screen region is going to be a little squished for the next couple of clips just because I am playing this on the side. With how AFK archaeology is, I don't want to just sit there staring at the screen, so... Wait. Okay, yeah, bank was a little full, so... Back at it. And yeah, like I said, all of these materials are amazing, and the XP tomes are just a bunch of good free XP, so super happy. Like, that vellum right there, I had to pay like 4.5k each just to get some stuff repaired, so there we go. 24k a book. Fantastic. Yeah, I'm just going to keep doing archaeology for a bit. Turning in my last collection actually just gave me the points I needed in order to claim the Challenger's Halo. I think it looks pretty good. It's not the best item, but it's pretty cool to have it. Just a little bit of like completionist quote-unquote content in Fresh Start Worlds. And yeah, it's alright, but it'll be cool to have on my Iron Man just to say that I actually managed to get it. Here we go, a couple more Tetras completed. These tomes should bring me up to level 89, which will allow me to finish the final collection that I need to do in order to achieve the Professor rank. I don't think there's too much unlocked there, just some precision upgrades, but gotta keep making the forward progress to make sure I get Guildmaster at 99 so that I can buy the outfit, which is just an insane buff to the skill. So yeah, not bad loot overall. But yeah, you can see we're only 9k away, so super quick there. We're just going to go ahead and get the items needed for that final collection. Alright, I had to slow this clip down, but I just unlocked the golden cannon. I am doing a little bit of smithing on the side. I have decided that I want to go for like 120 invention or even beyond that. I would like to hold top 100. We're going into week 6 at this point, so I want to try and make sure I'm top 100 because I would like to guarantee myself one Challenger Halo just to say that I earned one. There is something I was not expecting, the smithing pet. Wow, that's sweet. Also, if I didn't make it clear in the last clip, the reason that I'm doing this for the cannons is to get the auto restocking cannon perk. I figure that with that, I will be able to AFK Abyssal Demons a little more relaxed. I won't have to worry so much about the cannon, and I'll be able to just continuously be in combat, so that would be perfect. Got another 100% respect. We can now buy the Royal Cannon. We're up to 87 smithing right now. Just need another 100% respect so we can get the restocking perk. I'm doing Bane Gauntlets from base to burial, and it's pretty quick. All the way up to 91 smithing from level 80, and we can unlock the restocking cannon perk. Just gotta go. I should have grabbed my cannon while I was over at the bank, but awesome. We can now actually AFK Abyssal Demons the way I would have liked to from the beginning. I just didn't want to spend all the money on smithing. This did cost me about 17 mil and probably about 8 to 10 hours of work, but definitely worth it for what we just unlocked. So I'm probably gonna head to Abyssal Demons now, I guess. Actually, let's turn in these clue scrolls. I put Prosper on my Hammertrons so that I could get passive clues, and now we have a beautiful stack of easies. This should surely give us another Grace of the Elves, so let's go get these done and see how much we can get for another Grace of the Elves. Alright, before I start doing some clues, I decided to buy a Double Surge Codex, and I actually sold that Vecna Skull, so... but yeah, the Double Surge was only 15 mil. Not too bad, honestly. So that'll help me actually get through these clues a little bit faster. And we'll just go ahead, skip ahead, and there are all of the clue scrolls. I am hoping I am able to pull out 50 forts from this, but that's like a 1 in 2, so we'll see. Didn't quite manage the 50. That's 43, but that's okay. I have some masters, which I could try to do, but that would probably just be a headache. Let's see what the first step would be. What would my first step be? Yeah, no thanks. Yeah, but like I've mentioned before, we can just sit here at Abyssal Demons, farm up some hard clues, and convert those into easies. I have thought about actually doing some of the hard clues that I get, but I don't know. There's a lot of quests that I would have to do in order to get 100% completion on hard clues, just like Legends Quest and the Elf series up to a certain point. And I don't plan on playing this account after Fresh Start Worlds, and I just don't want to do quests. I don't enjoy them really, and if I'm not going to be playing this account after, like say 2 months from now, I just don't see the point in doing them. So I'll keep doing easy clues, especially since I actually have been maintaining rank 1 since I showed you guys earlier. I was still rank 1 when I started these, and as you can see on this picture, I blew it out of the water. I am so far ahead of rank 2. I'm sure there's going to be people that start doing easy clues. Like I said, clue scrolls are great money. Fortunates are very expensive. I tried to finish up the last 7 I needed, and I couldn't even buy any for 1 mil each. So yeah, like I'm sure some people will start doing them, but I'm going to probably stick to them for a while too. So we'll see what kind of progress we can make on that. I do hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you're new. I know I sell out at the end of every video like that, but hey, it seems to work. I have been seeing so much traction on my channel in the last few days, and it has been amazing to see. I've been loving the comments you guys are leaving. It means a lot to me to see how many people actually enjoy my videos. I started making these not really expecting much, and I have been blown away every single time I upload. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you everybody. I hope you enjoyed. And one final note, I just want to mention, this is now caught up to where I am at in the live game. So I don't know when the next Fresh Start Worlds video is going to be, but I've got a little bit of a surprise for the next one. Now that my goals on Fresh Start Worlds are going to be slowing down, I think it's time that I introduce you guys to my Iron Man. I'll see you in the next video.